Hello, everybody, and you're welcome to today's video again. And my name is Bamidele Superimposed Academy, and I'm here to present to you another video. I know you must have been waiting for how I analyze my charts for trade decisions, but today I want to bring it to you on how I start my analysis and how I look for my trade setup. So with this video, I hope it could help you out there when you watch this video. So if you have any question about some of the insights about this trade analysis, because it's not everything that would actually be shown to you, but I am going to break it down for you so that you can actually understand. When you want to take your trade decisions, you have to bring up a lot of facts that will make your principles and your rules to align in taking your trade decisions. When your facts and your principles are not aligning, when you have your facts to take your trade decisions and it doesn't align with how you want to take your trade, I would advise you not to take that trade. I would advise you to look for another trade setup, or you wait patiently until you see the market reacting to your understanding. It's not every time that patterns you would be able to read those patterns in the market, but in some point in time, you can actually wait patiently until you see those patterns forming to your own interpretation. Once you see them, then once you can interpret them, gather your own facts, then that is when you can take your decisions. Every trade decision in the market must be based on assumptions. There must be variables that align to these trade decisions. So that is what I want to show you today. What are my variables that are actually aligned together in taking trade decisions? So that I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope it helps you. So let me share the screen with you so that you can actually enjoy what. So if you have any information, if you have any question, you can call that number, you can WhatsApp the same number, you can email, you can Telegram, search for us on Telegram and join. You can follow us on our Facebook page or on our YouTube and watch more videos. So let me go to the market without wasting much of time, because the market is actually running. Let me go to the market and share with you how I start my analysis. So this is the market. This is GBP Canadian dollar 15-minute time frame. But I trade the 15-minute time frame because I am a swing trader. So since I trade the 15-minute time frame, I look at my higher time frame to take my decision. So what I do is that I start from the 4 hour. But if I start from the 4 hour to start my analysis, what about if I don't even understand what the 4 hour is actually talking about? So I go straight to the monthly and the daily and the weekly to know the overall discussion about the overall move, the overall story about what the market has been actually talking about. So once I can get that, then I start my analysis on my 4 hour, maybe searching for my order block, searching for my imbalance, searching for whatever name it calls, whatever you have been aligning your strategy with. If you trade a particular time frame, go as further as 2 time frames above your trading time frame to start your analysis. And I hope this helps. So what I try to do is that I start from my monthly time frame. I go to my 1 month time frame to understand the whole story about this British Canadian dollar. I want to know what are my variables in taking my trade decision in my 15 minutes. I can also go further by looking at the fundamentals. What are the exports and imports between Britain and Canada and Canadian dollar? Like, what are the correlations between these two countries in terms of politics, in terms of trade relationship? And if you look at the current trading news all around, which we are actually experiencing or seeing likely fall of the US dollar because of China and Saudi Arabia, and also Russia, Iran, and other countries coming together to exchange currency, not in favor of the US dollar, but in favor of the Chinese yuan currency. So now this could lead to the fall of US dollar, but we don't know yet. But these are what lead to changes in price action. In order not to bore you with all these variables, let's just go straight to the technical analysis. Those are fundamentals. So I start from the monthly time frame by looking at my trading range. I look at my lows and highs. there are more insight to all these variables, but I'm just going to break it down for you for your understanding in a very, very short video. So I use my tools here, and I use my horizontal ray. I can take here as my high. I can also take here as my lowest low in the market. So once I can find this, I don't need too much question. I go straight to the weekly. I see that my market is actually trending up because I want to trade according to the trend, not trade against the trend. I see my market moving up, and there are some, I can see areas of imbalances here where market could reach. So this is not telling me too much story. I can't align my trend line. So I go to my daily time frame to understand more about this uptrend. So now I can see something. Something is telling me a story here. So what I do is that I use here my trend line, and I align these two connection of a trend of a trend validate a trend line. Two connection, that is 1, 2. It makes this trend line active. That means if market makes any move down to this my trend line, I should see an uptrend. It doesn't mean maybe the uptrend will form a new higher high, but market should surely react because there is an area of imbalance here, which I won't talk about in this video. It's just for you to see how I analyze my entries. So once I can find my trade, once I can find my trend in my daily, then I go to my 4-hour to start my analysis. So I go to my 4-hour, then I understand the whole story. I zoom out so I can see the overall picture of what the 4-hour is saying. So my 4-hour, I can see here that the market is actually trending up. I can see series of higher highs and higher lows here, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. This is just like a sign of weakness. Higher high, higher low, a point of invalidation, sign of weakness, higher high, higher low. Then market clear out the liquidity here, clear out the stop losses here, then forming a downward trend. Now, if I want to trade this trend, I have to identify where are my area of imbalances, where are my order block, then where am I expecting a change of character order block? What kind of order block am I looking at? What are my high probability order block? By the time I identify my order block and what are the characteristics of order block, these are not what I will show to you. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to find you a very, very good trade setup here. What I do is that I'll find my order block. For example, this is my order block. I can identify that this place would be my order block. So I use my rectangle to identify my order block. So by the time I draw it like this, I go to my 4-hour, I go to my 1 hour, the next time frame is my 1 hour. You can see how I have been analyzing the market from the monthly to the 1 hour. Whereas I am taking my trade in the 15 minutes. My 4 hour is just to identify my order block, identify the area of imbalances, identify the area whereby there are no where there are no valid structure. So that is what I actually look out in my 4-hour. By the time I select the zone, a very strong zone in my 4-hour where market will likely reverse or where market will likely continue, I put up my rectangle, which I have shown you here. Let me show you where my rectangle is. So I put up my rectangle here. By the time I put up my rectangle in this area, then I go to my 15 minutes to wait for price to react to that place. If my price react to that other block and is not holding, or that price is not giving me the variables that I need to align to enter that trade, I am not going to enter the trade. If I eventually enter the trade, I'll be looking closely to the market in case if the market goes in the opposite direction of my plan. So I will know how to use a tighter stop loss or to break even. No matter your trade, always use stop loss. You can check my previous video and watch how to use stop loss and how to take profit in the right direction without market reversing up to taking your take profit. So I did that in the last video. But in this video, I just want to tell you how I analyze my trade setup. So immediately after analyzing that here could be my potential order block and potential market reversal, I go to my 15 minutes to see how market is reacting to that to that zone. The moment market react positively to that zone, then I put in my, then I execute the trade. If I see, for example, I see Arabic candle, I see a engulfing candle, I see a Morris star or a shadow that signals that market is potentially likely to reverse in this zone that I identified in the 4 hour. Then I execute the trade. Then I look closely to that market in cases, because not every time you'll be right in the market. I can assure you, you can't have 100% analysis, but you can have 99.9% if you know, if you could interpret the patterns in the market. Market is just like a fractals. So they are complex patterns that form in various forms, different times. So I would advise you as a trader to look closely and identify your risk and reward management strategy, identify the strategy you want to use to outperform, you know the kind of trader you are, and at the end of the day, make sure you are consistent with what you are doing. And at the end of the day, you see the end of the tunnel. So I hope this video helps. Remember, start your analysis. I start my analysis from the monthly up to my weekly and identify my trend in my daily. Then by 4 hour, I start identifying my order block. I begin to identify a no valid structure. I begin to identify where my potential reversal or my potential continuation of a trend would likely be. By the time I put my rectangle in my 4 hour, I look closely to my 1 hour and see how structure I've been building up to my zone that I have identified in the 4 hour. Then I look to my 15 minutes to execute the trade once my price reaches that zone. That is just as simple as that. And I hope this video helps you a lot. Thank you for watching. Look forward to seeing you in the next video. Goodbye. And also, in case you have any question, you can actually reach out to me in this. You can actually reach out to me here, and I will look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment below. And I look forward to see you. As I've always said, you can email at superimpulseacademy@gmail.com. Search for us on Telegram, Super Impulse Academy, on Facebook, on YouTube. We are always there, and we want to make sure that you win just as the way traders we always like to win. So thank you very much, and goodbye for now.